All right, mate. How you doing? Welcome back to another video. I've got my brother Seb here with me.
Hello.
Seb, you've got no idea what this video is about.
I really don't.
It's a surprise. It's not really a surprise for you.
Okay.
It's a surprise for... It was a surprise to me when I discovered it. And it's a surprise for the fans at home. I can see he's trying to guess it.
I'm intrigued.
It's something really random. Basically, I was at home the other day, mum and dad found something and he gave it to me. And it depends on your sensibility, but I think it's so cool. Okay. You ready to see what it is?
Yeah. In
my hand, I have a cheque for £100,000. Okay? It's from Abbey National Bank, which is, well, it was Dad's bank. It's now not even a bank anymore. It's gone, isn't it? I think, was it Santander?
Carmichael Brown's Athletic,
right?
CBA.
So we had CBA, football club, Carmichael Brown's Athletic. You were involved, Dad was involved. Most of the people that started hashtag were involved, okay?
Old school.
Me and my dad started this together. I went to the council. I got £500 grant from Malden Council to run the club. I told them, you need to give us this money because these kids are all going to be up to no good. I didn't tell them we were all grammar school boys, that if we didn't get the money, we'd probably just be at home playing computer games. I was like, you got to help these kids. All our football teams have stopped at 16. Dad ultimately was the main man behind it because he was the manager, the chairman, everything. He was the physio as well. He paid for a lot of the club to exist, even though the players paid subs and we had some sponsors. There's a bit of making up to do. He took us to Italy on tour. When it all finished, because we ultimately all got to 18, we all went to university. I can't remember how this came about, but I had a chat with Dad and I said to him something like this isn't the end. Like, I'm going to make a club out of this one day. I'm going to make a football team. And I've made content. Remember my little videos about CBA? They were on YouTube for a while. I don't even know where they are anymore. They were on my old channel and I don't think they exist anymore. But I documented us going to Newquay for the UK Sevens tournament.
Great weekend, yeah.
And I obviously then went away to uni and I'd forgotten about this, I'll be honest. Dad comes to me the other day, finds me this cheque. So it says to Spencer Carmichael Brown, £100,000 only. It says £100,000 on it, right? The best bit, what does it say on the back? Read what it says on the back of the cheque.
Towards the next club start venture. Wow.
Don't you think that's cool? That I was 18 years old. My dad, as a gesture, obviously he hasn't got that sort of money to give me to run a club. It was a joke. Maybe because Dad thought it wouldn't ever happen, I don't know. Or maybe because he thought it would. Maybe to motivate me.
I think it would have been to motivate you.
He wrote me that cheque, £100,000.
That is very cool. This should get framed somewhere.
That's what I think. I've been waiting to make this video. Then I'm going to frame it.
This gets framed with a picture of all of us from the Carmichael Brown Athletic Days, CBA days.
Yeah, we've got some of them.
And then modern day hashtag.
What we should do is get that picture of where we're all at the cup final we won. Remember the League Cup final? You, me and Dad. And then the picture of you,
some of the haircuts that day.
Oh, mate.
Incredible.
Also, on a sadder note, two of the people in that photo are dead.
Yeah.
Two of the people in the photo are dead. One of the reasons we started hashtag, we started a charity game, remember, years ago, for my mate Joe Surtees, who was the striker in that team. And he died of leukemia at about 23 years old.
Daniel.
And then Daniel Chalangari, who was the goalkeeper, died about a year later. So there's a lot of history involved here.
I mean, how many of the hashtag founding fathers were in that team? Nash, Woody, Faisal, Stevens, TJ,
me, you, Dad.
Picture that haircut from me is an absolute embarrassment.
So David Beckham mirror.
So no, the thing is, what about it was is that I obviously used to have big blonde hair, but that day had no product in it. So not only is it like outrageous, but it's just unkept, and yeah, it's horrific. But yeah, good times. Good times. We won that cup final, didn't we?
We won that cup final 3-0 against Hannekin's Farm.
I think I didn't play, did I? Because it was unfair because I hadn't played for a while that season.
No, you weren't allowed to play.
Yeah, so
you were too old.
Was it too old?
It was over. You'd gone over 18 by that point.
Yeah.
You were coach. You were assistant manager of the game.
Yeah, I remember. That's why I won my suit.
All right, we could do a whole video about that final. Like Manji was up to no good in that game. Manji was throwing a tantrum because he wasn't starting at this point, and at that point, Faisal could not handle not starting, and he got subbed on. We were already 3-0 up. Game's won. He comes on. He kicked a kid, and then he kicked the ball away when the ref gave him a yellow card. And he basically, in the photo, which I'll try and insert here, we're all celebrating like this, and Faisal's sitting like this.
So basically what you're saying is we have to go and start a bank account with Carmichael Brown today and we can bank that bad boy.
Well, the main point of the video was how cool that like this thing that we've now created in hashtag.
The bit at the back's the best bit.
Yeah, it's the best bit. This is dated, by the way, 10th of August 2005.
Yeah,
15 years ago. Dad found it, obviously thought it was cool and thought it was worth noting, gave it to me the other day. And it's really cool.
It's very cool. I like that, mate.
Yeah, so I guess the message of the video is you never know where you're going to end up, and you can aim for the stars, and not to say hashtag are at the stars, but we're way beyond our expectations of what this club would be. And you can get there. Like,
you can.
Even if it's a joke, it one day might be true.
What you got to remember is back then, There was no 2 million subscriber YouTube channel to boost us, to launch us. There was no.
It wasn't YouTube. There wasn't YouTube. Didn't exist.
There may have been a. There may have been
a
few miming videos to some Queen music that may or may not have existed. That may have never been seen or not. But there wasn't anything to suggest that this would come. Like, we had a great background and start in life, but there was no clout, so to speak. Just a passion for football.
Yeah,
that's all there was. A dream and a prayer.
Our challenge was literally finding players to play for our team, and keeping the team going. That was it. But that's the case for most teams. It was just a normal under-18s team. But I think the fact that I was actually listed as a secretary, I think I was told I was the youngest secretary in the history of Chelmsford Youth League because I was 16 myself and I did it. I went to the meeting myself and had to meet with all the old, fuddy-duddies who run the league and had to go and get the grant money. And Dad made me do that on my own, which I thought was a good move for me. At the time, I was probably annoyed, but quite a good move for me. He was like, it's your club. If you want to do it, go and get the money for it. And he did it. It's like 500 quid. But yeah, I think all those things, even then, being this busy kid who started his own team, I still didn't think it was going to mean anything. No, yeah. I don't know. It just shows I've always had some sort of passion for it. And any experience is good experience because you never know where it's going to get you in the future. So starting that team, the big question is, can we cash this? Can we get this money off Dad?
If there's a bank account that is called Carmichael Browns Athletic,
that's the problem. So the bank account does exist.
No, hang on.
It's from the football club.
That's where he's been smart.
He's clever.
We've just realised that is actually it's addressed to you from the bank account. So basically, this cheque will bounce, mate.
He told me there's money in that bank account. He said there's £4.50 in there.
Well, you'll get £4.50 then. Actually, no, you wouldn't get anything. It would just literally bounce.
Shall I try and cash it, or I'd rather frame it and not lose it?
Frame it's worth it.
Yeah. Oh well, that's the video.
Unless you cash it to buy the frame.
It's an expensive frame. That's the video, guys. Never give up on your dreams. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. A little bit of a different one. Me and Seb chatting about cheque, but hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, don't go changing.